All right, guys, I got a hot and a cold over there. I got a cold there. I got a cold here and here. I got a cold line running here. It's gonna come back over here. I'm gonna tie into the old plumbing and run into the kitchen. So from underneath the bathtub to the kitchen is gonna be old. Everything this side's gonna be new. I did tie into the I did run new from the hot water heater out. So my service coming in is brand new. Hot water heater's new. Down from the hot water heater's new. That's the first grab. I grabbed it there. I ran over here and 90'd across the end of here. And I 90'd up here. And I 90'd off here. It's gonna go run back over to here. So I'm running 3/4 cold to here. And then I jump to 1/2 inch and run to here. People's gonna say I lose pressure doing that. I don't really see it. You might, but I ain't never noticed it. It hasn't gave me any problems in the past, and that's how I've always done it. Actually, a lot of times I run 1/2 inch from the water heater out. So anyway, we don't have any problems with it. So that's the way I do it usually. This time, this is what I done. I cut it out, did it here. I only got one screw up here. I don't remember which one's hot and which one's cold. I mean, I do on my side, but down here where it goes to theirs, I do not remember. So I'm just gonna guess and see what we can come up with, and hope that I get it right. So they don't use anything to symbolize. I mean, on the end of that, there's a red piece of tape, but once you get down on the floor, there's nothing there. So I could put air on it, I guess, and figure it out, but I'm just gonna go one way. If it's wrong, I'll go in the kitchen and just unhook the hot from this side and put it over here in the cold, flip them on that faucet in there, and that will be the only thing that's going that way. So there's another shot from this side. I'm gonna shorten that tub up. I'm gonna cut it back and put it over here. One of these lines is for the tub. One of them's gonna be for the washer. But the washer, I've got to get a special deal to go in there and put up. So I'll get that. I'll put it in there next time I'm here. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out, get this hot line in there. And then I gotta crawl back up underneath and tie it in right there. You can see it right there. I could almost do it from up here, but I ain't quite got enough room to do it. But that's it. That's what we're gonna try to do, and see what we can do with it. So I will let you know when we get it done. But that's the plumbing process so far. And I'm using PEX. I got all my PEX stuff there. Got my crimpers there. Got another set of crimpers there. I can use either one. I can use those crimps, or I can use copper crimps. I'm using copper crush crimps on these. On the overflow on the hot water heater, I used those stainless over there. I also got some plastic fittings too. I don't normally use those. I have them there, but I don't normally use them. So we'll get on with it and see what we can come up with. When they moved this mobile home, they busted that out. That's busted off from the bottom. This line goes down here and comes over here and is busted off there. This line comes right here and is busted off there. So I'm gonna have to extend that out. It's 2 inch. I'm gonna have to extend that out to that. And I'm gonna have to extend this one out, make a 90 and come over to it. Fix it. And I also crushed my air conditioner line up underneath the house. So I gotta get up under there and get that air conditioner line fixed. So I gotta fix the air conditioner and 3 drain lines here. This drain line here comes all the way from the kitchen. So I gotta fix all this, get it in there, and then I gotta run the actual sewer pipe out. So we'll get it here shortly. It's coming along. It's coming pretty quick, and we'll get all this done. Here's your drain for your for your washing machine. Your air vent goes out through the roof. It's that one there. But I'm gonna cut this off right here and see if that helps Minnie. And then I'll get back to y'all. Okay, y'all. Here we go. So I got hot coming over here. Hot's there. Jumping into the polybutylene there. You got cold there jumping into polybutylene. Here's the adapter I use. One side goes to poly and one side's PEX. 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch. Bars fitting. They were straight fittings. That's them 2 fittings there, the special fittings. That's why they got a black ring on one side and a copper ring on the other. The other fittings over there. So that fitting actually put the rings on backwards, but I don't think it mattered. So I got all this done. Now on the top, let me open the case here. On the top of these 2 little ones here, for the bathtub, they'll take these, just the screw-on fitting, screws right in the back of the screws right in the back of the actual faucet, like that. The rubber nipple on there, and it's threaded on the other side. Thread it right on. I use 90s. Here's one. This is the one I actually use. So you put that on there, and then you just, that slides on like so. And then you just tighten it up on there like a water hose. So get it all on there and get it done. So you'll see that probably the next video. Okay, y'all, we're in the belly of the beast. So when this thing got hung up, they ran that salamander up under here and hit right in here somewhere. You can see this piece is bent. I'm sorry I can't get you better footage. I'm laying on my back here. But this is the sewer. This is the commode flange. Okay, they broke it off. I just pulled it out and put a new one in. So that's a new one. You can tell all this floor in that bathroom is fine from under here. All of it's been replaced. It's good to go. So you don't have to worry about it. You got a brace right here on the commode, so you're good. I'm probably going to run another one here, between here and another one there, like here and there. But anyway, I've got to come down here somewhere. They broke that line off, that line there. The water's still dripping. Basically, I come up under here and plumbed new PEX throughout this whole thing. So these are old PEX lines. Not PEX, they're polybutylene lines. So basically, I got to hook to that sewer pipe and get it over here, get it down here somewhere, like here, and they broke this one off. So this one was supposed to be touching right there. It's supposed to be right up against that. So that comes from the kitchen. So I'm gonna grab it and get it across there somehow and catch right in over here too. So I might have to cut this out of here. I ain't decided yet. They've also bent my air conditioning in there. So I gotta fix it, and I gotta fix that hole. That hole the hole was where they basically tried to turbocharge this side of it with an outside unit. So I'm gonna pull that out. I gotta pull this piece down, bend that back down, get it oval again, or square again, and then fix that hole right there. But first I'm working on the sewer. I got to get the sewer down. This is what I come up with. This is what I come up with. A T So it's 3 inches in the top, 3 inches coming out the bottom, 2 inches in that side, and 2 inches in that side after I put my adapters in. So I need to be something like this up in here to catch all this. So I've got to get whatever length that is and get it cut and stuck up in there, and then stick this thing up in there, and then try to figure out how I'm gonna get that over here and that over here. But first I got to get this piece installed, and that's what I'm working on now. And I don't know how good y'all are going to be able to see, because I don't have nothing to hold y'all. I'm under here with the flashlight. I'm 2 foot high to the floor here. I had to crawl in from over there. My truck's out there. Yeah, I ain't that floor was replaced in 23. See that? 2, 3. But anyway, when we bought this thing, the water line was leaking in here somewhere. So I just went ahead and replaced all the water lines all the way in here and down there. So we shouldn't have any problems there. And the water heater was leaking, so I went ahead and replaced the water heater also. So we shouldn't have any problems there. Here's our main power going back. This is our dryer plug. This is our air conditioner, and that's probably our stove heading that way. So anyway, we're working on the water, or the sewer. Let me get it hooked up. And then we got to run that sewer line all the way to the other end of the house down there to get it to hook into the septic, because the septic's on that front corner. Before the sewer was running that way, you can see it on them hangers there. It was going yonder way. We're going yonder way, so it's going to be a little different. But we got to get this done first. We'll come back in a little bit. Okay, y'all, I got that one coming down, running into the side of this one. Got that one running over. This one had a no-hub band on it, so I went ahead and hooked it into that no-hub. When you're doing these, you got to make sure your flow is going down. You put that in upside down, you would have a problem. Do you see how both of those turn down? It means my sewer is going down this way. Sewer's going down. So got all that together. It's a major step. Now we got to get it pointed and going yonder way. So I did get that brace cut out of there, and I got it cut out over there. It got a couple holes knocked in my ductwork there. I got to kind of pull that down a little bit. I got to cut that piece of insulation out, and then I'm going to put a cap over that. So we'll do that after a while. But I got all this done. I got to fix all this belly, skirting, whatever you want to call it. I got to put it all back up in here. I got to put insulation all back up in here. I got to get it all covered back up and get it looking good again. That's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but that's what you got to do. So I got the pipes in the way they needed to be. So I got it all hooked back up. It's back into here. Just took an hour or two laying here on your back, just working with it, being easy. The good thing about it is I had all the parts, so I didn't have to go to the store 100 times. So that made it a little bit easier. Everybody's wanting to see what kind of cement I'm using, probably. Here's the cement I'm using. Red Hot Blue Glue. That's the primer. Purple primer, that stuff, when it gets on you, it gets on you. You can't get it off. See my hands there. It won't come off. But that's what it is. So we got it. We got it back up in there. That's all that matters. So hey, y'all, back there is where we was working a minute ago. We got the pipe all the way down there. Oh, well, yeah, all the way down there, which is a pier from the end, which I think that's all it's going to have to go. I'm going to have to raise that up a little bit. I'm a little low down there. Basically, I'm trying to get fall all the way to the other end so I don't have to dig up underneath this place. And, you know, I started up there as high as I could. So I've got about, I need maybe a 1/4 inch per foot, 1/2 inch per foot. A 1/4 inch per foot is plenty. So I'm 20 inches over 30 feet here. So I've got plenty of fall. I've got to pick that side up. I'm gonna pick it up probably 5 or 6 inches. Get it up off the ground where I can make a right-hand turn and then go. So that's where I'm at. That's what I've got done. And I'm gonna call it a day for today. Yo, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. If not, I'll go somewhere else. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up for filming it. Bye.